Video Morel Report, April 15th, tax day. Alright, this mushroom right here is going to pay all my taxes, I can guarantee you that. You don't get prettier than that now. Ain't that a giant, 13-inch Georgia giant? Hit the mother load today. Alright, here we go. We got Absolute Peak, Central Georgia. They're fully mature. It's Absolute Peak. But you can go all the way from there to Central Ohio and still find yellows. It's just hit because of the weird spring. It's hit, you know, from north to south almost at the same time. Northern Alabama, I've had some reports. Mississippi, we're still getting deliciosas there. Arkansas, Oklahoma, there just wasn't that great of a year in these areas. There was a few microclimates that some produced. Texas has done pretty well now. Kansas is not looking good. It's dry. I'm sorry for everybody in Kansas. But it was wetter in Nebraska and Iowa. Nebraska's too early, but we've been getting reports of grays at Iowa. So another week or 2 weeks in Iowa, and it ought to be smoking there. And it's moisture's right and everything, so that's really a good-looking area. I think in at least a couple weeks we'll start seeing grays in Wisconsin and southern Minnesota. And these areas also had quite a bit of moisture, so I'm looking good for the year there. Michigan's got definitely plenty of moisture. And there has been quite a few small blacks found in Michigan now. But right now it's probably peak from Central Georgia, in areas of Tennessee, North Carolina. We just, I personally was there, and we found 155 this past week. Deliciosas though, hardly any Esculenta. Virginia, they're finding blacks. It's not a great year in Virginia. The cold winter, I don't know, maybe too wet. I'm not sure what the problem is, but some of these areas just, there's only certain little microclimates where I'm getting really good reports. Most of the averages are down in some of these areas here. I've been getting a few reports in West Virginia. Lots of blacks in Pennsylvania and some grays. Got a report in southern Vermont already. And Massachusetts up there. And mainly blacks, but Ohio, anything from blacks to grays to even some yellows, even around Columbus there. Indiana, southern Indiana, central Indiana. Even up in near Fort Wayne, we've been getting reports of lots of little grays up around Fort Wayne, and medium-sized ones in central Indiana. And blacks are. The blacks in Indiana wasn't that great this year. Not sure why. Illinois, blacks and grays for sure. Mainly the southern half of the state. Missouri, a little bit dry. Not a lot of reports, just a few. And it's really the strangest year since I've been really into mushrooming. It's probably the strangest spring that I've seen yet. Still getting reports in California, Oregon, and Washington. Definitely getting some naturals now in Washington and Oregon. And so next week I'm going to be looking at probably Pennsylvania, a little bit in New England, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Nebraska. All these areas are going to be really coming on strong in the next week. I'm going to be at the Indiana Festival next week, and maybe I'll see you there. I'll be doing book signing, and happy shrooming.